Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Monster vs. Monster here on the D&D CR Exposed YouTube channel with me, Andrew. I keep getting better at it. I don't know what to tell you. It's fantastic. Anyways, what we got going on here? We've got monsters fighting monsters, technically. Although, in this instance, this would probably be NPCs fighting monsters, as we have a small band of NPC adventurers working together to investigate a decimated town and what might be going on here. As per the idea for this monster fight, if you saw the thumbnail, we have some humanoids versus the Neothelids. And the Neothelids are, after reading the background information on these aberrations, they're the tadpoles from Mind Flayers that lost their Mind Flayer controllers and just get massive and want to eat stuff. So this is the repercussions of the Gith Yankee, or the Gith Sarai, I think it was the Gith Yankee fight, where the Gith went in and attacked the Mind Flayers and destroyed an Elderbrain. This is the aftermath of that fight. So now we're seeing some devastation as some Neothelids came through and destroyed a town looking for intelligent creatures to eat. So we got some common people that were probably the results of the Gith not finishing their work and killing off all the tadpoles in the area. So now we have this small band of adventurers here that are investigating this destroyed town and trying to find out what may have happened and report back to whoever sent them out on this battle. Yes, we have some lore here as to what's going on. So for this battle, we have 1, 2, 3, who knows, a couple Neothelids hiding somewhere about to attack, and we have 3 adventurers, a CR9 champion, a CR9 war priest, and a CR9 evoker wizard. So some pretty fun stuff. They're all the new monsters of the multiverse monsters, so these are going to be some really good battles here. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. And with that, as our wizard here is investigating a town, one of these houses here, looking for clues as to what may have caused this damage, a Neothelid comes in and bursts through one of the buildings off to the side here. And we're going to bring him into view, and we have Quaitel, our first combatant for the night. Maybe our only combatant, who knows? If you've been paying attention, maybe you'll see more. Where's the rogue? Unfortunately, no rogue. There was no CR9 rogue that I saw. There was a CR11 Drow Shadowblade I think I was going to use, but I needed close numbers. So the CR technically is in favor of the adventurers with 27, and our Neothelids are going to be 26. Hey, Flame Loud, how's it going? I never saw humanoids as that dangerous compared to quite a bit of monsters in the bestiary. I thought they didn't go past CR6. Granted, I never look at Monsters of the Multiverse. Yes, no. If you look at CR12, Archdruids and Archmages, you got those. So some humanoids can get pretty high. There's not a lot. I think the highest I saw may have been CR15. But anyways, this is the story so far. And with that, let's get right into combat as Quaitel, our Neothelid, attacks Tath, the champion. Kaleril, I wanted to say probably elf, war priest, and Zenoa, our half-elf. So we have a human, an elf, and a half-elf. Go figure. Okay, and with that, let's begin combat here with some D20 initiatives. There would have been the basic party of fighter, cleric, and rogue. I know. Unfortunately, the CRs just wouldn't work that way. But we do have a very substantial, frontliner, midliner, and rearliner here. So let's go ahead and roll our initiatives. And we've got a whole bunch of lovely pink dice here because I had to reset everything with Foundry as some stuff got really messed up in the version 10 install. So we have Tath at 16, Quaitel, our Neothelid, at 8, Zenoa at 8 as well, and Kaleril at 2. Pretty standard here. Our fighter going first, followed by the monster, and then the rest of the party. Backliner. Let's see here. Okay, so with that, let's begin combat and start seeing what happens here. So Tath hears the monster disrupting and destroying, maybe hiding inside of the, broken building here, but shows itself as it just completely destroys the rest of this building, blowing out whatever structures and foundations were left, and goes in to attack the humanoids because they need to eat some intelligence. Okay, So we have our champion first here with a basic assortment of abilities: Indomitable, Second Wind, wearing plate armor, and has a great sword and short bow. So let's see here. What do we have for our multi-attacks? We can do 3 great swords or 3 short bow attacks. Might as well not rush up there right away and go ahead and start plinking away at this creature with our short bow. So we have full attacks here, and unfortunately I can't reach it down below here, so this is just the base damage because our champion loses damage once they are below half hit points. And yeah, no action surge, so this is not a full fighter, unfortunately. But we do have Second Wind and Indomitable. 2 uses of Indomitable. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something a little different here. And yeah, I'm just going to have to shoot from here. So one of the cool things about version 10 of Foundry is that they've updated the targeting system a little bit. So now the target is just these little arrows that point in. Not great with such big monsters, but looks really cool on the smaller ones. So what's also neat though is that depending on what weapons are selected, the targets will see the range indications change. So we have red here so far with looks like just saying red in general. So let's see here, double check the range on the short bow. I can never remember these ranges. 80, 320. All right, so let's see here. We are at 65 feet, plenty range for Tath, our champion, to fire. And we're going to go ahead and fire off a couple short bow attacks. Unfortunately, I have to do it from the character sheet. So, first shot of the game as this Neothelid blows through. No action surge yet. It's considered a CR9. Yeah, no, it's really odd. All right, short bow attack number 1. Let's see here. So that's a base 10 to hit, totaling 16, and that misses the Quietal, our Neothelid, with an AC of 16. How did that miss? That should have hit. What's going on here? Why did that? All right. Rolled a 10, plus 6. Yeah, that should have hit. I don't know why that did not. That's a hit in my book. We're going to go ahead and roll damage. That's really strange. So let's see here. We're doing 2d6 piercing damage. Oh no, 1d6 plus 2 plus 2d6. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves 3d6 plus 2 and roll some damage. Alright, so 10 points of piercing damage on our first attack here. Alright. Minus 10 points of damage there, and very little damage there on that one. Can be considered 2 times plus 5 to any available save since it's technically advantage. True, yes. And it only has a plus 6 to hit at level 9. Not technically level 9. CR9, although we might think that it's level 22 with 22 hit dice? I don't know. But yeah, not the greatest to hit here. We have a proficiency of plus 4. No, wait, wait, hold on. The attack roll was really off. All right, hold up. I gotta fix some stuff here. What happened with this character? I don't know who set this up, but this is not right. Okay, let's take a look at the details here real quick. Should be used. Oh, right. It's off of dexterity, not. Okay, so dexterity is plus 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Because this is not a ranged fighter. It definitely wants to get in front and smash with the sword, but we're using the short bow. So yeah, everything is correct. Odd. Why it didn't roll damage, though. Weird. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and take our second of 3 longbow or short bow attacks. So another short bow attack. Come on, hit the dice. There we go. And that's going to be base 19, 25 to hit, and once again, it's saying it misses the Quietal. I really don't know why this is saying it misses. Strange. Alright, let's take a quick look at... let's see here, where is it? MIDI QOL. What's going on with MIDI QOL? Workflow settings, GM. Damage roll needed. Yeah, attacks and damages, GM roll details hiding. Why is it saying everything is missing? Full automation, as few button presses as possible. Apply changes. Let's do that. Okay, so that was another hit. Yeah, I might have to... That's really strange. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's something to do with the range. I don't know what the deal is. It should see, it's right here. It's telling me 16 for the AC, but yeah, AC is 16 natural armor, so it should be hitting. There must be something wrong with the MIDI QOL, unfortunately. The mod that I'm using. All right, so another 3d6 plus 2. And let's see what happens here. All right, so that's going to be another 10 points of damage to our big old monster there. And just plinking away. So let's give this one more go, and hopefully we'll see what happens. All right, one more shot. Natural 20. That's definitely a hit, thankfully. So we have a critical hit here, and 25 more points of damage. So that is Tath's turn. And Tath is going to call out to his companions, I think we've got bigger problems here than investigating. And we'll probably stay more or less right where they are, interposing themselves between the big creature here and their companions. So that's going to be Tath's turn, and we will end Tath's turn there. Let's see here. Technical difficulties for sure, Hair Doctor. And we now have Quaital up, who is going to, let's see here. Let's double check what we can do for features. We have tentacles, and acid breath, and creature senses, plus magic resistance. Okay, so we have one attack each. We have the acid breath and the tentacles. So this is probably going to be bad, as they are clumped. Okay, and let's see here. Double check the movement. Our movement is only 30 feet, so this big old clunking monster is going to come right about there, shimmy up to 30 feet, and let's take a look at the range here for this acid breath. 60-foot cone. Hey, Cornucopia, how's it going, bud? Thanks for joining up. You're here for round 1 of Humanoids versus the Neothelids. And this Neothelid itself is about to do a nasty little acid breath. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh. Rolled that completely wrong. All right, let's try that again. Revert that damage. Let's target the right people this time. All right. Can I do it like this? No. All right. I have to. I was expecting a template to be put down, and I guess that is out of the question. All right, so we'll do this once more. Let's try this again. Consume the ability. Acid breath has no available uses. Yeah, I know. We will just use the ability anyways. Okay. So it didn't ask me to place a template, but let's see here. Just to make sure, yes, everyone in that would definitely be hitting in that cone for sure. Yeah, I can only pin one message, but there is the poll as well. Alright, so we have 36 points of acid damage as it's being sprayed out. Tath succeeds with a 20, Calero fails with a 6, and Zenoa fails with a 6 as well. So that is 36 damage to our 2 casters, and only 18 damage to our champion. Yeah, definitely sneak them into your games if you need aberrations. These are some nasty monsters that also can swallow. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so that is Quaital, our Neothelid's turn, and we will end that there. As next up is Zenoa, our Evoker Wizard here. So, for our Evoker Wizard, also, first off, let's switch our target. There we go. Our Evoker Wizard has a bunch of spells, very limited though, a bunch of cantrips that don't matter at this moment, as well as Wall of Ice, Ice Storm, Lightning Bolt, and Mage Armor, which was already put on before the combat started. On top of that, they have the Arcane Burst as a melee or ranged attack, which is kind of handy. Let's see here. So 1d20 for the hit and deals 4d10 force damage. So considering what's going on, we're going to have them split up a little bit, move on out to roughly about here, and go ahead in for that Arcane Burst at ranged. So how many attacks do we get? Was it only the one? No, we have a multi-attack here. So the Evoker can make 3 Arcane Burst attacks. So Arcane Burst attack number 1. That's going to be a base 2 with a total of 9 to hit. Why is it rolling damage? It's the changes I made. Okay. So the first attack misses, could have dealt 22 points of damage. I've really got to fix QOL. Oh my goodness. Second attack of the Arcane Burst is going to be a base 15, total of 22 to hit, which does indeed hit, for a total of 25 points of damage. And it looks like our Neothelid did in fact take the damage, which is good to see. If only they'd prepared Banishment. Well, just wait. It's funny you say that. And then our last Arcane Burst comes in for one more attack. And we get, let's see here, base 3, which unfortunately is going to miss for a 10 and could have done 22 points of damage as well. So, haven't quite hit the mark yet. We haven't bloodied our Neothelid first. Okay, so that is Zenoa's turn, and Zenoa has moved, attacked, and has nothing else for bonus actions, unfortunately. So that's going to be their turn, and to end round 1, we have Kaleril, our War Priest. So to look over what our War Priest can do, they have a multi-attack of 2 maul attacks, and uses its Holy Fire. So it can swing twice and use a Holy Fire, which is crazy. And has a Healing Light. So this is their healing ability, and it recharges on a 4, 5, or 6 as a bonus action. So, yeah, probably going to, let's see here. Oh, and then spells. A couple cantrips, nothing special except for Spare the Dying, which might be handy. Then we also have Banishment, Command, Dispel Magic, Flame Strike, Guardian of Faith, Hold Person, Lesser Restoration, and Revivify. Okay, so at this point, Guardian of Faith might be handy. We could do a Flame Strike, possibly, and then, let's see here, what else could we possibly do? Command or Banish as well, if need be. But I think we're going to hold on to those spells at the moment, because we want to get that bonus action spell out, and then Flame Strike might be handy to hold out, just in case. So Guardian of Faith might be the good possibility here. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And let's see here, just to double check. Yeah, Banishment is definitely scary. Guardians of Faith is how far on that range? I gotta go into the spell details itself. Range is 30 feet. Okay, so I can plop a Guardian of Faith 30 feet out. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at here. We have Banishment, Guardian of Faith, consume the usage, and it's not letting me put anything down. Okay, I see what's going on here. I don't have any way to mark where my Guardian of Faith is going to be at the moment, so I don't want to do that. Let me just mark here. So let's see here. Within 30 feet. Alright, yeah, we're going to put the Guardian of Faith here. That'll work. So we draw a little... No, come on. Draw freehand. There we go. Alright, so that's where our Guardian of Faith is. Unfortunately, I don't have any special things going on at the moment, so who knows what'll happen. Especially Outer Realm beings, they don't come back. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so our spiritual guardian's right here. When the little monster comes screaming up, it will probably trigger that and deal a little bit of damage, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So then, I will actually use that. Well, it does have advantage. It failed. I'll use that for the movement because it's going to move up anyways. So we're going to finish the action by moving over 30 feet to go heal the wizard and do a little bit of healing touch there. Okay, so let's switch the target over. We're going to go ahead and bring up the bonus action, which is here. And bonus action, Healing Light. Consume the recharge. Yes. Okay, so the War Priest, or one creature of its choice, within 60 feet. Oh, within 60 feet, so I didn't even have to move. Let's go back over to here. Within 60 feet, regains. Looks like 16 hit points. Alright, so plus 16. Awesome. And then seeing as that acid spray was pretty nasty, they're gonna maybe move down over here and try to stay out of the cone. Alright. Very good. That ends Kaleril's turn. And we will finish off round 1 here and move on to round 2. Oh yeah, true. I could have. I don't have an easy way of doing that right now. It wasn't unfortunately prepared for that. Okay. Start of round 2. Tath sees what's going on here. Is probably going to draw the ire of this this crazy huge worm here and try to bring it into the spectral or the spiritual guardian here. So he's going to continue firing. And we'll back up a little bit. Let's go ahead and target the monster, if I can get it properly. And yeah, we'll take a couple shots. All right. I got to do it from the, unfortunately, from the character sheet. All right, so short bow shot number 1. Base 6 to hit, total of 12. And that, I'm targeting Zenoa as well, is a miss. Thankfully, everyone was missed on that. Silly targeting system. Okay, attack number 2. And let's see here. Short bow attack number 2 is going to be a base 17. Definitely hits with a 23, dealing 15 points of damage. And then a third short bow attack for oof. Unfortunately, that is a 1 and badly misses Kaital, the just forgot their name. Neothelid. There we go. Neothelid. Okay. So that ends the turn, and well, that ends not the turn for Tath here, and we go to Kaital, our Neothelid, and the Neothelid just rears up in the pain and screams and lets out this just blood-curdling, mind-numbing screech of scream and whatnot, and another massive Neothelid comes bounding into view from the other side, searching for other humanoids. We're gonna go ahead and add them to the combat tracker. Roll them initiative, and rolled a 16. -2. Okay, so their turn will come up at round 3. So another Neothelid joins the battle. Neothelid be getting close. Very true. All right, so with that, as I said, they're going to come moving up forward. What did the most damage? Probably Tath has done the most damage. So they're going to come all the way up here. Just want to double check real quick. How far is the tentacle attack on this? Reach 15 feet. Okay, so they're only going to go upwards to the point where they need to be within 15 feet. And they are going to trigger the Spiritual Guardian and end up taking that 20 points of damage. Okay. Swiggity switty, they're coming for that booty. That is very true. Okay, and let's see here. First off, we got to do a recharge check on that acid breath. And we have a 5. Oh, so that might change some things, actually. We do have 2 targets here that might be able to. Let's see here. Where is my... Here we go. If we take this guy back a little bit, can I... No, I can't take him back to there. We'll say he goes in there. Still triggers the Spiritual Guardian just for the heck of it, because I've already done that. And let's see here. Yeah, okay. So it looks like... Yeah, both Zenoa and Tath can get hit with that acid breath. So definitely is going to use the acid breath again, since it can't reach Calero as well, as they've split up a little bit. And we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's see here. We'll get rid of targeting on that, and we'll add some targeting over here. All right, and we'll do another acid breath. So let's see here. Use that feature. Acid breath. Acid breath has no available uses remaining. Oh, come on. It recharged. What's going on? There we go. Now it's charged. Okay, whole bunch of dice coming in. Yeah, some 1s and 2s. Not a lot of damage for that one. Still 26 points of damage, though. And Tath and Zenoa fail. But because Tath is a champion, we're going to have Tath go ahead and use one of their Indomitables. So let me see about using that from here. Features, not there. Use that feature. No, that's Second Wind. Okay, I'm going to have to use it from the character sheet. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, Indomitable. Let's see what happens here. We failed this one. We'll go ahead and use this to try and pull off a save there. The champion rerolls a failed saving throw, so we need to roll another dex save for Tath. Yeah, unfortunately, Flame Loud, lots of technical difficulties. Alright, so another dex save. And rolls a 15 for a total of 17, which still fails. Oh, no. Alright, so unfortunately just missed the dex save for that acid breath, and the damage stays at 26 points of damage for both of them, sadly. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, such is the way of the updates, for sure. Okay, so that's Quietel's turn. They roll another Acid Breath attack, and they're going to end their turn. Up next is Zenoa, who is going to continue moving and maybe take a little bit of cover back here behind the... Actually, you know what? Let's see here. They see the other one here, and maybe they can get lined up. Can they get lined up for this? Oh, okay. Rushes down 25 feet and is going to potentially do a lightning bolt, streaking across to both of these Neothelids here. So let's go ahead and draw a line and see what we get. Rectangle template. No, I don't want that one. I want a line. Ray template? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, easily can get both of these for sure. So, rushes down 25 feet and goes in for a lightning bolt attack. Alright, using our spells here, we have lightning bolt. Okay, so before I go and roll any damage, let's go ahead and make the targets proper. And just to double check here, the range on lightning bolt is probably long enough. It's like, what, 5 by 300, I believe? Oh, 100 feet long. Okay. So let's see here. Just to double check. Ooh, we are just shy. So she's going to have to shimmy up one space. There we go. Good enough. Now we can get them. Okay. And on for the lightning bolt. Let's see here. Cast those spells again. Lightning bolt. Oh, now it wants me to place a measured template. Oh dear. That's much shorter than I thought. Where would I have to... Ooh, I'd have to be... Okay, that's not going to work at all. I guess not. I guess we won't be doing that. Okay. One more moment here. Did I use the lightning bolt? I did not. No, I did use it. Okay, I gotta fix that real quick. Okay. So unfortunately, I thought I had the correct distance here, but it's not going to work. And let's see here. We'll get rid of that that template there. And reconfigure what we're doing here. We'll go back to the original line. We'll have the evoker go up here. And let's see here. Yeah, it's just going to go and throw off a couple more attacks, unfortunately. Nothing special for that one. Okay. So we got that targeted. Zenoa's going to go in and make some arcane burst attacks. And we have a base 15, total of 22 to hit. And that's going to be another 30 points of damage. And that is wounded our Neothelid. And then attack number 2, base 12 to hit, total of 19 hits. For a massive 26 points of damage, which is force damage. And another, base 2, 9. The total does not hit, unfortunately, as that third attack misses. But that's a hefty amount of damage, and we now have our first bloodied Neothelid here. Okay. Not going the way I'd expected it to go. 21 lightning bolts, yes. Wizard, you fool. Never get within one movement of the enemy. Yeah, that's for sure. What's the monster doing on my farm? Hey, Clawpaw. Destroying a village. That's what the monsters are doing, these Neothelids here. Okay, that ends Zenoa's turn. Zenoa moved a couple, so we're going to say Zenoa will move back. It was only about 10 feet that Zenoa moved, so Zenoa was going to go back 15 feet and stay as far away as possible here. And we'll have Calero go next. Alright, Calero. What is Calero going to do? Calero has that going on. We have the Flame Strike. Guardian of Faith is up. We could rush up and try to do a banishment on Keitel here. That might be something we could do. Otherwise, just swing a couple shots and hit him with the Holy Fire. Let's see. Oh, can rush up. Should she? Probably not, but we got to do something. Alright, let's see here. Who's hurt pretty bad? What's the range here? 50 feet? Okay, cool. First of all, let's see about the recharge on the healing touch. The healing light, excuse me. And that's going to be a 6, which does recharge. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and target Zenoa with the healing light. Alright, so healing light. Consume that charge. And we are going to heal for an additional 12 points of damage. Alright, so plus more 12 there as a bonus action. And then we will switch our target to Kaital and try and banish him. Let's see what happens. Oh, should we do a hammer or should we do the banishment? Because I think the banishment has to be touch, right? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, within range. Okay. My bad. What is the range on that? 60 feet range. Oh, okay. I thought you had to touch for banishment for some stupid reason. Well, we're already up here. Let's go in for the hammer time. Let's see what happens. We got hammer, two swings of hammer, and one thing of holy fire. So let's see here. Kaital's almost finished off anyway, so this could be pretty good here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we have a... No, I don't want to cast a spell. I want to do the multi-attack. We have the War Priest makes 2 maul attacks and uses its Holy Fire. So we'll go ahead and make maul attack number 1 for a... Oh, we have a critical hit for total of 27 damage, or 27 to hit with 40 points of damage. Woof. Yes, thank you, Hair Doctor. And then we have a second maul attack. And that's going to be a base 5, which is a 12 and unfortunately misses. And then we have the Holy Fire here. So just to double check, because I don't know how Holy Fire works. Let's see here. The War Priest targets 1 creature you can see within range, and it must make a Wisdom save. Okay, so it's not an attack spell, it's a save. And yeah, nat 20. Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and hit Kaital with the Holy Fire. And let's see here. So we have 14 points of damage. Holy Fire has a DC 15 save, and unfortunately Kaital succeeds with a 17, dealing only 7 points of damage, but Kaital is in pretty nasty state here. Okay, so that ends round 2 of battle. No, actually, these creatures, the monsters themselves, are CR 13, which totals us to CR 26. And our adventurers here are CR 9s, which totals us to CR 27. So there was a 1 CR difference, giving the adventurers a bit of a party, a small lead. Hey Ellis, thanks for joining up. Yes, truly is a divine bonk. That's unfortunately the second one didn't bonk as hard as I would liked. Okay, so end of round 2. We go into the top of round 3 here in a second as I end Caleral's turn, and we switch targets. So switch gears here as the second Neothelid comes in for a little bit of brain munchin maybe. So we can go up 30 feet to here. And it's just going to hawk a big old 60-foot range acid spray. So let's go ahead and see where we can go with this. Get our range template markers out here. And we'll say, try that out. 60 feet to here. Okay, so that's about as far as we can go. Whoa, what did it just do? That's interesting. Apparently it did the thing for the thing. That's weird. Alright, hold up. What just happened? Okay, so some dice were rolled. Nothing really happened. Alright, I gotta revert all that because I don't know what the heck just happened. That's really funny. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. That tree is gonna burn up fast with the with the acid. Okay, so somehow the game interpreted this template as the acid spray from our monster here. So let's see here. Did it take it or not? That's really funny. Nope. Okay, so it's still charged, which is fine. So we'll go ahead and roll the damage there. We'll consume that. All right, let's try this again. Oh, that's even worse. Oh man. So much damage. Okay, so we have 38 points of damage here. We have a DC 18 to hit. Tath fails and Caleral fails, both with a 4. They've both been wounded. Let's see if Tath can use pull off that Indomitable one more time, and maybe get something out of that. Okay, Indomitable use. Consume available usages, please. Okay, so we'll go ahead and roll that dexterity save. Let's see what happens. Oh man, that was brutal. Saving throw, please. 20! Oh, natural! Natural 20 there again. So that's going to be a save. And Tath ends up... Let's revert the damage. And we only apply half the damage. There we go. Not wounded, but Collateral, our healer, is in pretty rough state there. Okay, so that's going to be Lelvu, our other Neothelid here. That is a lot of damage. Yep, the obligatory. Yes, Herr Doctor, thank you. The Indomitable did succeed this time with a natural 20. Okay, let's get rid of the template there. Good, and we will move on as Lelvu finishes off their turn, and Tath comes in, drops the short bow, and says, you know what, enough of this, and comes rushing in to make some great sword attacks. All right, let's clear out the targeting, get the proper targeting going on here, and trying to finish off this monster. All right, so let's see the full might and fury of the champion. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Nope, the fighter isn't at half yet. They are just barely over, but we can do the bonus action to heal. We might as well, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. As it rushes up, gets a second wind, because that is a bonus action to use. And consume the available charge. So, champion regains 20 hit points. And didn't mark it, so we'll just go ahead and put that in there. 20 hit points up. Now stuff gets hot. Negate any damage on such saves. Oh, yeah. No, I don't use that, but that would be a fun little tweak there. Okay, so Tath's going in for full damage here. So we got here base damage, full damage. Okay. And swings. First attack is, oh boy. All right, so maybe it's a little scary running up to these things. And, you know, flails as he's trying to heal up for the first attack, but there are 2 more swings to come. Second attack number 2 is a base 7. Oh, not doing so hot. 16 does hit though. Total of 18 points of damage, and the champion gets 1 more swipe. Let's see here. Let's see. Base 6 does hit with a 6. Oh, 15. Nope, misses with a 15. Oh no. And Kaital gets a chance to respond. But let's see here. As Tath finishes up their turn, not being able to finish off the monster, we have Kaital up. And Kaital, let's take a look here. Attributes. We have a 3 intelligence and a 16 wisdom. So yeah, our monster wants to live, and maybe because they're so big, they probably wouldn't wait, and they'd wait probably until about critical state, about 25% of their hit points left, and is going to disengage and run away. So they're going to take their action to disengage. Let's see here. Where's disengage? Perfect. Right there. So they've disengaged, and they are moving away off the map to try and escape. We'll back them up there. So that's them running away. Doubt the heroes are going to allow that to happen. And that is Kaital's turn. All right, up next is Zonoa, and seeing that the Neothelid is trying to run away, rushes up and goes in for another attack of the Arcane Burst. So, Arcane Burst number 1, base 18 to hit, total 25 for 19 points of damage, and that kills Kaital, the Neothelid here. Yeah, right. And then goes in, let's see here, what's the range on... what is the range for these attacks? I can never remember these things. 120 feet. Okay, so she's got 2 more attacks here. The tree is gone and can easily target this, so pivots on a dime, you know, and targets the other Neothelid coming into range and goes in for 2 more attacks. So let's see here. Got that target. Okay. Arcane Burst number 2. Oh, natural 20. Man, the players are getting away with murder here. 37 points of damage, and that is attack number 2. We still have 1 more attack from our wizard here, the Evoker Wizard. And base 11, total of 18 to hit, for a total of 32 points of damage, taking a huge chunk out of our second Neothelid here, who is coming late to the party, unfortunately. And that is Zonoa's turn, as they basically kneel down a little bit and hide behind whatever is left of this wall here. Okay, ending that round, we have Collateral, who is going to probably take a couple steps back, heal themselves, and avoid being attacked here. So, excuse me. Let's see. First off, we're going to check that recharge and see if we can get that healing light back. 4, 5, or 6. We do. We get it back. Excuse me. And is going to target herself to get a little bit of healing light there, because she is not doing so hot. All right, healing light, targeting yourself. Consume the recharge. and will heal themselves for 8 points of damage. 8. Oof. Okay, so plus 8. Every little bit counts. And then we're going to take a little shot from the spellbook here. And what do we say here? Flame Strike or Banishment, people? What do you think? Ooh, Hair Doctor's already on it for Banishment. What else? What else we got here? Anyone else want to take a little jump in for that? It's not retreat, it's just fighting backwards. That's very true, Ellis. Okay, yeah, I think it's Banishment time. Let's go with Banishment on the Neothelid here. Okay, cast a spell, our main spells, and we're gonna try Banishment. Must target at least most one target token. Oh, I have too many tokens targeted. Of course I do. Okay, let's try that again. Banishment, consume available usage, and let's see here. Oh dear. Okay, so our Banishment has a DC of 15 Charisma saving throw, and Lovell succeeded with a 26 at advantage. Oh boy. Alright, so we had 3 votes for Banish, and unfortunately the Banish failed pretty terribly. So, Kaleril is going to take a wide step back, 30 feet, to try and avoid any more acid splashes. Yeah, the Banhammer. And is trying to avoid any more acid sprays. So that's Kaleril's turn. Unfortunately, the Banishment did not go through. And we start round 4 with Lovell here. So let's go ahead and check our recharge for the Acid Breath, 5 or 6. So let's see what happens. Oh, thankfully for the adventuring party, this one does not recharge the acid spray. So what can they do? They need to get up within 15 feet to try and go for a bite or a tentacle attack. So that's probably going to be, yeah, because that's going to be too far. Yeah, they're just going to slither on up. We'll go 20 feet because they only need to be within 15. Right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 25. So we'll go to there. They slither on up 25 feet and then target Tath for a tentacle attack. Okay. Yep, the Banhammer broke, unfortunately. All right, targeting Tath, we're going to go for a tentacle attack. And let's see what happens here. 15-foot range. That's going to be, oh dear, base 18, 31 to hit total, and 53 points of damage. Okay, so we got a lot going on here. Let's see everything that we got. First of all, on the hit, we got 3d8 plus 8 bludgeoning damage. Then we have 2d10 psychic damage, and if the target is a large or smaller creature, it must succeed on a DC 18 strength save or be swallowed. So let's see here. Tath. What did Tath roll? Tath succeeded with a 20 and is not swallowed, but does take 26 points of damage. So that should be the 3d8 plus the 2d10. So that's 12. Let's see here. 12 and 17. That sounds... I think that's... Is that right? Let's see here. What else? A swallowed creature doesn't take any of that. Okay, so we're not swallowed, which is good. Yeah, no. Advantage. Oh, why? Oh, yeah, advantage on the Neothelid. They have magic resistance. Alright, so I think we're good there for damage. It looks like everything's alright with minus 626 as, that's 17 there. That's 12 there, so it'll be 20. It looks like it should be 29, but I'm not arguing anything. And there's a little bit of acid damage there. Taking acid damage and attack from inside with advantage. Oh, right. But it's not Tath is not swallowed, thankfully, so we don't have to worry about that, as they just get smacked a couple times with a couple times with some barbed tentacles, and Tath just swats them away with the greatsword. In theory, anyways. All right, so that ends Lovell's turn. Let's go ahead and end that turn, and we will move on to Tath, who is going to shudder a little bit and rush in to attack. Attack back. A couple of greatsword swings. Let's see what happens. As we are still above half health, I think. Are we under half? Let's see. 14, 17. I think we're still above half health. Yeah, we haven't hit with the bloodied condition, so we don't have to worry about taking the lesser damage. And we'll go ahead and make our full attack still. Okay, greatsword at full attack. Go! Oh, base 7. Total of 16. That does hit. And that's going to be 14 points of damage as they go in for a second attack of the greatsword swing. Swing number 2. base 19 to hit, total of 28 to hit, excuse me, 16 more damage, and we are dwindling this second Neothelid down here. Great sword attack number 3, and that's going to be a base 7, which looks like, oh no, it still hits with a 16, just barely hitting, and 16 more points of damage. Luckily, well, maybe luckily for the Neothelid, they're not bloodied yet, so they're still in the battle here. Okay, so that is Tath's turn, and we move on to Keitel, who is dead, and Zenoa, who is going to continue just blasting away with some stuff here. No reason to use any of her spells, unfortunately, except for Mage Armor, which was used before, or Wall of Ice. We could, in theory, use the Wall of Ice behind the Neothelid if we wanted to keep it here, but we'll see what happens in a little bit. And we'll just go and blast out a couple more, you know, Arcane Bursts, which seems to be doing pretty good. So, Arcane Burst number 1 at ranged, and we have a base 15, total of 22, and that's going to be 23 points of damage. And now our Neothelid is bloodied. Attack number 2 is going to be a base 10, total of 17, which hits the AC of 16. And that's going to be 29 damage of force damage. And then we have attack number 3. And that one, unfortunately, is going to miss with a total of 9. And could have been another 22 points of damage. And Lovel is, is probably close to critical here. So let's see. 232, what is that? I'm looking for 25% left. So 232 times 0.25, 58. Okay, still not critical. So this is when I would consider this Neothelid at critical health, and probably when they would run away because they're just so massive that they don't think that anything could kill them. One more swing will probably do it. They need to be 58 or under in my book. Okay, so that is going to be Zenoa's turn as they, well, we'll have Zenoa pivot and move around, just trying to hide a little bit better, and moves on. And next we have Kaleril. Kaleril needs to go and check for her healing light ability, so recharges on 4, 5, or 6, and sadly does not recharge. So, what are we going to do here? Probably going to keep Kaleril from moving in, and we'll have her do that, what was it, that fire spell there. The Flame Strike, there we go. Hey Drake, welcome back to form. I only catch the very end of the fight. That's unfortunate, yeah. But there's always the video on demand later on, Drake. Thanks for stopping in though, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see here. Flame Strike, let's see what happens. Yeah, we'll just put it right on top of it. Okay, and that's going to be a 25 total damage of Radiant and Fire. And let's see here. Flame Strike has a DC of 15 dex save, and with an advantage, rolls and succeeds a 16. So only deals half damage for a total of 12 points of damage. Sadly. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that template. And I think that's it, right? It's just the one shot for the spell. It doesn't, there's no concentration or anything, I believe. Double check real quick. Let's see here. Flame Strike. Yeah, okay, so at higher levels, we do have no more uses of that, so that's it for that there. Okay. Yeah, indeed, Clawpaw. Yes, that was the thought. They could be an adventuring family. Very true. An elf, a human, and a half-elf. Okay, and let's see here. So that is the end of Kaleril's turn. And we move back to the top of round 5. And let's see here. Yeah, might as well. Still hasn't hit that critical state yet and is going to go in for the attack on Tath. Actually, let's double check. Oh no, we are at critical. So 53 points of damage from the Flame Strike. So, yeah, the Lovel is going to try and flee with its life. So it's going to probably... does it take the attack of... does it take the attack... Let me see something real quick. None of that there. Blind sight, 120 feet. Okay. Doesn't have any way to mitigate damage, so it's wise, but not smart. So it probably is still... It wants to survive, but it's not smart enough to know that it would need to take a disengage. So more than likely, this one shouldn't have disengaged either and just dashed away. So this one's going to dash as well. And Tath is going to get an attack of opportunity as it goes in to try and run away. So, yep, we're good there. And, ooh, fails the roll as it was expecting to be attacked. They are still fighting to the death, almost. They are wise enough to know when to escape, and anything above, anything at least average wisdom would know to keep itself alive, in theory. So yeah, it's gonna run. And surprisingly, no, Drake, these don't have burrow. They just have 30 feet of movement. So this one's going to rush off 60 feet to there. Still on the battlefield, hasn't completely run away. All right, so that's going to be the end there. And Tath dropped their short bow, so can't really do anything. Is going to maybe back up and tend to the wounded here. So we're going to say Levels turn's done, Tath's turn's done, and then Zenoa is like, this ain't happening. They ain't going to get away from us. It's going to rush up 30 feet and try to finish it off before it can completely get away. So let's see. What is the range here? Oh, easily can target the worm. Okay. Alright, still everything's targeted, and it's going to go for a couple more shots. So maybe Tath, the champion, calls out to Zenoa and he goes, Zenoa, finish him off! Quick! And a couple arcane bursts. So let's see here. Base 13. That's going to be a total of 20 to hit and 20 points of damage. Still hanging on there. Can Zenoa finish him off? Tell me in chat if you think so. Oof, base 1. That's a bad miss, and it doesn't hit. And Arcane Burst number 3, total of 12, 19 total to hit. Base 12, excuse me. And that's 28 more points of damage. Oh no, look at that. It looks like it's going to escape with just a little bit of health left, unless Calero can do something about it. Alright, so let's see here. So Zenoa couldn't finish it off. That ends Zenoa's turn. Let's go to Calero here, who is going to check for recharging the heal. 4 or higher. Does not recharge the heal. Ugh, that is unfortunate. Doesn't have any more ranged spells, but ranged attacks. Let's see here. She does have the Holy Fire, which can go 60 feet. I don't think she can reach. So let's see. We're going to move up 30 feet. And then let's see what we got here. We need 60 feet to be able to hit. No, 60 feet is just right here. And unfortunately, at the end of round 5, Calero can't quite reach the attack. Yeah, it's always 1 hit point. And start of round 6, Lilvul escapes off the map and goes slithering off into the forests to recover their wounds and possibly attack once again. It is but a scratch. Well then, it looks like the adventuring party here of our champion, our war priest, and our evoker wizard have a report to give to the people that hired them to check into this city, this village that was decimated, to let them know what had happened. And that ends another night of Monster vs. Monster here on the D&D CR Exposed YouTube channel. My name's Andrew. As always, thank you all for joining me. We're going to end that poll here, and let's see what we got for results. And 69% of you thought that the adventuring party would win. 30% of you thought the Neothelids would win. Looks like those who voted for the adventuring party won this round of Monster vs. Monster here. And as always, Hair Doctor, Clawpaw, Ellis, Drake, who else? Have we got anyone else here? Flame Loud, and I think that's everyone. Thank you all. Oh no, Cornucopia. Thank you all so much for joining me live. And you guys are amazing and awesome as always. And if you've watched this later on as a video on demand, thank you so much. You all been amazing. And this is me, Andrew. Oh, wait, something doesn't add up. What do we got here, Doctor? Yeah, the range advantage probably definitely gave him the win, Flame Loud. Oh, are you talking about the poll? Because it's like a 1% difference? But anyways, as always, yeah, 30 plus 69, 100% apparently. Yes. Yes. Maybe it's something like, I don't know, maybe there's a weird, there's 13 votes, so it wasn't quite even. I don't know. But anyways, as always, this is me, Andrew, asking the age-old question, well, it's a very young age-old question of, are your encounters even rated? Thanks everyone so much for joining, and I hope you have a great night, day, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'll see you next time. Oh, there's one aberration left. I forgot to update that. Looks legit to me. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you all later. Next Monday at roughly 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Monster vs. Monster.